My name is Michael Connell and I'm based in North County Dublin. Yeah, we originally started in Cabra, which is inner city, and it was sort of like Dublin Dairies back in the day, and then eventually we were just sort of moved out here gradually, and I think we're here since about the late 40s sort of, always supplying milk. We were milking in a tie-up where the robots are now, and then we moved to the new parlour in the 70s, and now we're back where the tie-up was with 2 robots. We try and keep it steady, milk about 95 all year round because we have a liquid milk contract, and we installed the robots in October 2024. Probably about 30% labour, 20% just to have more control over the system, and the cows we have, they take a lot of management. We're high yielding herd. And then I also have an off-farm business, so just to free me up a bit more for that, it just made sense. And very hard to get labour, and even harder to get good labour. Well, we could draw the grant on the new robot, which made that very attractive from a price point, and then we went with the pre-owned Lely A5 Astronaut. I'd seen a lot of them on my travels around the road. I'm a breeding advisor, so I'd been on out of a lot of farms. I just thought they're a really good machine. It's very robust, it's user friendly. Price was a big consideration as well. It was seamless enough, like a couple of days. The fetch list had halved, like we just came on a system of doing it between myself and the Lely advisors, and it just clicked. We had a very milky cows, so they tend to like being milked anyway. Obviously the feed in the robot's a good lure to get them in, and yeah, I'd say seamless. We put them in the old calf shed. We already had a site picked for a new calf shed, and we had that developed, so that shed was where I always envisaged the robots would go, because the cubicle house just flows straight into it. It just made sense. The feed space is all around it, so it just a matter of knocking a few walls, putting in some internal walls and putting the robots in. It was seamless enough now. For 2025 we ended up 19%, I think it was, with pretty much the same number of cows and milk volume, so they adapted fairly quick. Obviously for the first couple of weeks, just transitioning between us getting used to the robots, more so probably than the cows. We were probably interfering a bit too much, but eventually we let them go, and that was October. For the following year, which is 2025, we were actually up 19% in milk with the same cows and pretty similar amount of feed, so I'd say a success. If you have a cow with ketosis or something, or if she's reading for ketosis on the system, you can introduce a fixed feed of glycol. Like, it's just so much more control as opposed to a milking parlour. You can make very slight changes that can save your cost per litre drastically. Like with stale cows, you can feed them a very minimal amount, whereas in a parlour, if you've 10 or 12 cows in a row and you're giving one 6 kilos and the one behind her 1 kilo, sure, she's not going to keep the cluster on too long. So just things like that I find are very, very good. Like. Yeah, it was sort of trial and error for a while, but the support was very good. Sinead is my advisor, and the support was very good, and especially with routines, and we tend to run the herd in sort of 3 different herds here, and we've a high yielding herd stays in, we've a mid herd, we'll say, gets some grass and some TMR, and then the lower yielders are at grass, and just getting that right at the time was difficult, but with the help of Sinead we have it perfected in the end. You can sort of do the day to suit yourself. So with a parlour, you realistically have to be there at 7 in the morning, 5 in the evening, or whatever your milking time is, whereas you can do a lot of work early in the morning here. You can be gone for the whole day and come back to just an hour's work. You know, you'd have a few fetch cows, you might have cubicles to do. You're sort of doing, you have the same amount of work, but it's broke up in a more manageable, suitable way, like, and you just haven't got them 5 or 6 hours standing in the parlour, which to me, looking back, it's dead time. Like, it's not my time well spent anyway. Yeah, any farmer that's looking at a pre-owned Astronaut, I'd have no hesitation recommending them. Like,